So as this video's title may or may not suggest, if it doesn't suggest it, then yeah, we're playing as Haru because I feel so salty about the previous stream, or at least relative to this video, I have some salt about the stream that happened recently anyway, as of the time of this video. But we'll hit quick play just to randomize things, mainly the backstory, but we'll do all perks and random item stats too, but we are ill-fated. And let's kind of continue where we left off. We'll try to do at least one run. I think I'm planning to just do one run, but we'll see. So as we play Haru here, and we go to ill-fated, let us set everything and get a move on. So, as we get into though to ill-fated all perks random item stat Haru, boy, I was kind of sitting around. I was trying to prepare a very, very small demo, or basically just bites as I continue on the actual story of the RPG game I'm working on. But I at least wanted to get people into a battle, just to see if a character feels good. I think there's some merit to that as I take a perk immediately here. Did I want to do that? Yeah, I think I wanted to do that. And yeah, basically just making sure mechanics work, because I primarily work for the past, for the past at least 5 to 10 years. 75% of that time was RPG Maker MV, and now I'm in MZs. Second, Takushi-san, Strength, Charisma. We're taking 2 Reason and 3 Stamina damage. That's all I need to worry about, really. So because I work on MV, obviously, for those who don't know, it's not obvious for those who don't know, so I'll explain it. There are plugins that you work in, basically things outside of what's given to you. If you go out and buy RPG Maker MV, MZ right now, obviously, there are things called plugins that are not included with it. Though these are mainly made by other people. Of course, you can make some of your own, and you could have some given to you, and in fact, some are given to you, I believe, as part of MZs, if you buy RPG Maker MZ right now. But essentially, there are ways to make your game, not to look like RPG Maker, or feel like RPG Maker. One of the two, usually Kana, Flood, Teacher, Vigil, Botanist. And so what happens is that when I moved from MV to MZ, I needed to make sure I had the plugins that I'm normally familiar with. Because for the most part, I think almost every one of my plugins either has a non-plugin solution, or there is a plugin substitute, which is what I was dealing with. Which is why I was having trouble, another reason why I was having trouble, on top of the tile sets, on top of character art that I wanted to make for my second game. But if I'm looking at this RPG Maker game that I'm working on, we'll call it the first game, then yeah, a lot of it has to do with the battle, but I didn't want to focus primarily on it, even though it's going to contain a lot of it anyway. I was really hoping I wasn't going to run to an encounter immediately. But I guess now that we're here, we can just take, 7 stamina damage? This might be 7 stamina damage, depending on how many times I hit this. Now, we are in a though too, so I do get a little bit more out of this, but that's a small consolation prize, because now I have to brace. But either way, Apartment Stalker, you're going to brace anyway. The reason is because, well, you don't want to get brain damage, although I'm going to do it here, and miss an 80%, because 80% means nothing to me in this game. And a lot of other games. Listen, I played XCOM, and I played some other games, some of which I've lost, because I used to have other accounts on other storefronts, and I no longer have access to them. And even if I were to give... even if I were, I think there's only one storefront where I've actually tried to verify my identity, and it didn't work out, so I'll just start from 0 again. Thankfully, I didn't lose a lot. I think I lost around 5 to 6 games, I would need to remember, because I am trying to manage my Steam account as well, so I'm shrugging in real life. Okay, let's actually get these cigarette stuff done. So, I know I have Flood, so I can afford to kind of prepare for funds for a moment here. But we should definitely smoke cigarettes here so we don't get nicotine rush buffed to nothing. Basically, not having nicotine rush as Haru is quite detrimental. Thankfully, the random item stats did not increase the price of my cigarettes. I'm going to check the history club really quickly too. That's pretty cool. And away we go. So, but yeah, if what I was supposed to do pretty much 24 to 48 hours ago, as I ran into another encounter of pain, was that I was supposed to have released a very, very small, and it's something that I was basically going to build upon, version of my first game. But that also meant I needed to take out things, basically to not include it as part of the demo. Not that I have anything to really worry about. I'm going to gamble here again. Wait, did I not use... oh, I did not use a pack of cigarettes. Okay, well, gamble this time. I missed 2 out of 3 of those. Okay, we're doing another run. Part of it is, yeah, my mind is elsewhere, but at the same time, that's not really an excuse. World of War character exclusive. Okay, that's not hard to... I was gonna say forget, remember. My mind is absolutely going off on my face. All over my face is my mind, which is not where your mind should be. Your mind should be in your brain. Your mind should be in your head, in your brain. I guess that's also correct. And boy, this is a heck of a video I'm putting out. Let's do the second run though. I'll still go over and commentate because I'm kind of in my metamorphosis phase, or of sorts, to move on from, you know, other projects I want to do on this channel and in general for game development, but we'll see. Light, strength, knowledge, second encounter, Toxicon, and dexterity. And if nothing else, I don't know, I'm proud of me. Maybe there's gonna be there's either gonna be a no-show video or a game dev checkup video. One of the two. I don't know which in general. So to avoid that last death, I could have smoked cigarettes earlier. I was really supposed to smoke cigarettes before doing that school investigation. No, and I just as I lost Kana too, which was unfortunate, but I guess I didn't. I thought I did. I did not. Teacher, Recluse, Metamorphosis, Akamanto, and footage. This is not exactly what I want, but it's probably gonna be what I'm gonna get. So we'll do Akamanto, Recluse, Metamorphosis. Teacher is easier to me, as long as you can brace. If you can't brace, then Teacher is something that I consider taking immediately. But because we have, or in the first 3 mysteries, Flood, not Flood, Teacher. Teacher is a mystery I like taking in my first 3 mysteries, if my strength or I'm not fast enough to brace special action. But since we have Akamanto and Flood, we're just gonna prepare for funds once. I am still gonna kind of gamble. Well, I am gonna gamble here by doing some investigations, and let's see if I end up just eating dirt again. Which is unfortunate because I happen to get Ancestral Strength in the History Club. I can check it again. We have the Doom to spare. Okay, well, Book of Gore. And off we go. Now, immediately cut artery and or broken jaw is all I asked for. Although they were just as bad injuries that I can proc using Book of Gore, but we'll see what happens, really. Old gods forbid I ever get 2 tiny cuts. That is not likely to happen, but it's also just as unlikely to happen that I get cut artery as my first Book of Gore injury a few times out of the many I've done, so hey. I didn't smoke cigarettes, did I? No, I didn't. I was a bit too ambitious here. We should still be okay, 3 reason only, unless I just keep missing kicks, because 5 out of 6, that's close enough. If I hit 5 out of 6, that's still fair. 4 out of 6 is, well, that's 66%, so yeah. Anywho. We're doing a different investigation. I might as well smoke cigarettes now. And let's see what happens. Ah, my mouth. I am, oddly enough, I don't know how odd it is actually. I think it's biological in my family, but I often get cold sores in my mouth or on my lips or both, really. And I don't know why exactly that happens. And when I say in my mouth, I mean like in the cheek, in the inner cheek, which doesn't feel too good, obviously, but it's not as bad as on my lip, because on the lip, for me, cold sores interfere with my enjoyment of food. Okay, I was about to say, I'm not going to die from that, aren't I? I could gamble here. Hold on. This is a one-shot. I guess I can option select this, so as long as I can hover over handcuffs. Okay, good. Then I would use the handcuffs if I missed any of those kicks. Preferably, I would need to wait for 3 attacks, but still, you get the point, I think. And if you don't, hitting 2 out of 3 kicks, if I hit only 2 out of 3 kicks, I use the handcuffs. If I miss more than that, I'm dead. No, actually, no, I only need to hit 1. So, yeah, and then after the 3rd attack, if I hit all 3, and I know that I've defeated the enemy, I just react, and we can move on with life. Anywho. But yeah, cold sores interfere mostly, and it's funny because usually when I'm going to eat noodle-type food, whether it's, you know, ramen, pho... for some reason, I thought I said spaghetti. I did not. I said ramen, pho, spaghetti, things of that nature. Even certain stir-fry noodles, you know, especially stir-fried noodles, because oil tends to hurt for me a lot. Basically, when they touch a cold sore for me, it hurts a lot, and that doesn't feel good. But it's a reoccurring thing for me, and I think there's another name for it too. But I don't want to mess up the name, so I'm just gonna call it a cold sore for a moment. I mean, it is, but I think there are more accurate scientific terms to call it. By the way, I'm not gonna die to stamina here, am I? I do have Book of Gore, so yeah, we can just spend Doom here for the moment. And yeah, that's just me. And I'm talking about it primarily because if for no one else than me, to remind myself that it hasn't happened in a while, so now I'm scared. But there are things that can expedite, or basically give myself a cold sore, and that's mainly, I think for me, drinking carbonated drinks, mainly soda, primarily. And that's a kind of a habit that I really need to stop doing too, as I pretty much, I think there's nothing really I can do, just Sever Kick twice for 2 reason damage. 4 damage for 2 reason, or, well, it's the same here, so we don't need a brace. Well, we'll want to brace later on, but for the moment, I think I just keep doing this, though, yeah. Because either way, unless I want to go for a dodge, I could have gone for a dodge, but, we need to perfectly hit every single kick here anyway. If I needed only, like, 2 more, then I could have dodged in the previous turn. And I forgot what I was talking about. Anywho, was the roommate my second encounter? No, right? I feel like I fought something else. Well, we're gonna see. Quick thinking, nothing, and strength. Just strength. Mainly strength. And let's move on here. I may not have wanted to heal that, but into Metamorphosis we go. We do need another pack of cigarettes at some point. Probably should get it now, but we'll wait just in case. I should run? I don't have to, though. I guess if I want to believe in Book of Gore, which I shouldn't, but I'm going to, so we're going to do this. And you know what? Just for science's sake, I'm going to do this. I shouldn't normally, though, but my own rule is to not gamble more than once a run, and by gamble I mean take like a 50 to 75%. This is actually worse. But the risk is that if I fail to do this, then I lose the run. That's the kind of risk I'm talking about. You'll see me take risk here and there, like 75% or 50%, but I won't die from it. That's the difference. So thankfully it worked out. Unfortunately, you don't get a weapon from Miku there, but hey. Do I get to do a thing? No, I don't. I don't know why I'm going for Restless. I should have just rested here. Well, this is reason, right? Yeah. So let's just rest here. The Restless bonus is not worth it. Straight up. And I think we need at least 6 stamina? Why did I want to say 7? Well, hey. Anywho. I was talking about cold sores and I wanted to move on to something else. There's something else I really wanted to talk about, even though it's not really that important. It's more personal stuff, but it's something fun to talk about while I'm rolling 12s on my checks, so shrug. Also, a random reminder, I really need to play all of Baldur's Gate 3, but if I am going to play all of Baldur's Gate 3, I would like to put it on this channel, if for no other reason than to show records of me just doing what I do. Also, this is a lot of reason. We're going to take just as much damage here, so I guess we're just going to brace. Now, it's still going to be very painful, but at least I get 50 experience from this. And I think I can brace twice. I have to do another... I would have to go for another Desperate Turn. Unless I just miss like that, but... Well, I guess we go for this again. Do we even get out? I think I do, right? This is guaranteed? This should be guaranteed. I get 2 damage from this, which means this should be 6 damage per kick here, and I get 12 damage. I get to level up, but I need more HP, I think. I'm pretty sure. Core Strength will help. We need stamina, though. I am going to visit the tree. Actually, I should visit the doctor's office. I don't think we have a single injury, but we want the painkillers. And I should still be able to survive this. The Drench is not going to help me, though. I can still do brace kick, but... we'll carry this lump of flesh. Just wanted to check the storage. I completely forgot I had that. So that means I must have fought the thing in the school, right? As my second encounter? Well, I guess I'm gonna find out. We still want to brace here. We could just... Due to a bug, we could take more damage. Never mind. Due to 1 drenched, I can no longer do 2 kicks, which makes me actually quite sad. That actually might hurt me quite a lot, but we have the lump of flesh for the moment. Unless I want to take another gamble. Ugh. 50-50. This is near enough. I think it's like 51 point something percent, but 80% 3 times, so 80 to 80 is 64. 80% of 64 is 12.8, right? And that is, yeah, 51.2% if I calculated that correctly. And this does at least 7 per. I have nothing to throw, which would be nice, but I do have Book of Gore. Well, if I take the whole full brunt of this attack, I don't want to do that. So let's just brace again and let's just guarantee this, because next turn is guaranteed with the power of Desperate Struggle, double kick. What? I swear it said 1 stamina, right? It said 1. I saw a flash of 1 stamina. I don't know if I'm gonna do a slow replay. But I guess I'll just take that in the face, and I'll see you next time. You the viewer. I'll leave it to you, the viewer. Bye.